tell Arthur to come in?
I'll be in the waiting room.
Okay, you're not gonna sit here? You've never watched it before,
Is there any other waiting room in this or something?
No, just that lamp there.
Anything to do or anything?
No. Why don't you just watch it? You might have to go through it one day.
No, I'm not gonna watch it. I'll watch the video.
We tried. All right. I'm really worried about him because that's about the age every once when we started having problems with him. Yep. Maybe he'll get lucky. Joseph is so sensitive to needles and pain of any kind that I would think, you know, he wouldn't want to go through this. Does that hurt at all? No, how about over here?
Uh-uh.
No? Okay. I'm gonna, let's see, my little blue tourniquet. I'm gonna try to get this over your shoulder. Stops the bleeding.
Oh, right here. It's not outside.
I just don't know if it's gonna fit.
Wow. I'm glad my toe's done for that.
Mm-hmm. You see anything go flying up in the air? It's my little blue tourniquet.
Good gracious.
That's what helps the phenol, the chemical, to work better because it stops the bleeding. Bleeding dilutes that chemical. So did you check downstairs to see if he was down?
You want me to go down the elevator?
You want to? Or you were staying?
Yeah, I think I might want to watch this get cut.
Wanna film?
I think it is open first.
Do I have a better hand than you do?
Is that a knife?
Nope. It's just a flat, blunt instrument. It's just putting that nail up.
Wow. That's really cool.
So that movie, what's that called? The movie Hostel?
I don't know. I haven't seen that. What are you talking about?
Have you seen it?
Mm-mm. When did you see it?
With Dara.
With Dara?
Yeah, over at Gorgeous.
Did Joseph see it as well?
I don't know. I don't think so, the way he acts.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
What was it about?
It's about...
Kind of a creepy, scary movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hostel? I'd do well with those.
Yeah.
So was it about doctors doing surgery or something?
No, it's, people paying other people to go get people so that they can just cut them up and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There was looking for the bathroom.
He knows where the bathroom is.
It's a lot better than that other doctor.
Is he coming? He always chickens out. That's last time too. He'll be there. He didn't look like he wanted to be in, yeah. Conveniently snuck out. Oh, God. Oh, there is one movie I want to see. It's about that guy that gets put under anesthesia. I think it's called Awake.
Yeah.
That really happened. When I was in surgery, it kind of happened to me. I didn't feel a whole lot of pain, but I could hear everything they were saying. I could hear everything they were saying. I don't think I opened my eyes really. But I could hear everything they were saying, and I was like...
My toes turned a different color.
You know, if you can hear what they're saying, you think, well, I ought to be able to feel what they're doing, but all I could feel was some pressure and then moving me and touching me. They numbed it up then. What they'll do is they'll sedate you, so you're sort of in and out and you can hear people talking. Yeah. But at some point they really sedated you quite a bit and numbed up the area, and you never felt or remembered that. I remember them saying, there's your bladder and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, you can really knock me out for this if you want. Yeah, and you know, know, it's funny when you're going under, you can talk.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah,
talking
the
that
most big now.
But I've heard of really, you know,
Just
smart
put it on
people,
YouTube.
and they made that movie called Awake. Have you seen it?
We haven't seen that.
Put this on Scarred.
Is it doing the verbal too? Audio and video, or just video?
Just audio and video.
Oh.
You know,
I don't know.
hey, PDA of the century only does video. Ooh, what's wrong with that?
Alright. Now we're gonna do the chemical and then we'll go do the other one.
She works fast.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Just one.
I don't think I'm
Well, I mean, she did it faster than that other doctor.
Yeah, and the other doctor like shoved the needle right in there.
Yeah, she did. She put it right in his toenail and.
The needle to numb it up?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
put it right up under his toenail and stuff like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did like that too good either.
It's violent.
I think y'all gonna have to knock me out for something like that later.
Joseph, did you ever see a movie called Hotspot?
I saw that movie and I threw up 5 times.
Goodness.
You
should
did
be
see
watching
it?
stuff like this.
Yeah, I saw it.
Man.
He's not looking okay. Okay.
I just remember that part in the hospital where that woman, she cut out her eye. Got
I
cut.
don't want to hear that stuff. I wouldn't watch stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to hear it.
I'm trying
Well,
to
that
prepare
was
myself
nasty.
as best as I can for something as nasty as that.
I don't know why you prepare yourself. You know, you see and hear what's going on with the body.
He said it worked pretty good.
When I had an England toe, you know, when I was young, my dad just drilled a hole right in the center of my toe with a drill. And then he cut a V.
At the tip.
Yeah, he took my, and it went away, and I never had it again.
Yeah, it's an old school, you know, way of doing it. When I was in Massachusetts, I had a patient who came in every few months, and I cut her toenails, and I had to cut V's in her big toe. She demanded that I cut the V's.
That hasn't worked. We've done everything with everything. I think it does seem to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, soaking it in the salt water only slowed it down a little bit.
And salt water helps.
Right.
It definitely helps. Seem like more so than.
So do I have to do that now? Soak my feet in salt water?
No, yours isn't infected. You don't have to do anything right
Well,
now.
I can get prepared for it or something.
No, I don't think you have any way to prevent that from happening, though. Don't cut your toenails back too far.
That's right. You want to just cut them straight, and then just slightly around the edges, but don't dig back in.
I never cut mine back in.
Yeah.
What's that like white stuff?
Your toenails are short right now, though.
No, in the corners where I just took the nail out. That's just that's skin that's under there. The nail's held in on the sides by the skin, and so when I pull the nail out, there's little pieces of skin that.
So this is killing the nail bed? So it's just going to be like that forever.
It's gonna look kind of like that. So instead of being this big gap there, it's gonna kind of come up and look like that.
So if it doesn't do that, can I sue?
Told ya, them infected, and these aren't always 100%, but we're gonna give it a try. I wouldn't even think twice about it if it was my foot. I would say, you know what, if you're gonna numb it up, just do it, and we'll see what happens.
You can't get results with a lot of people.
Yeah. And there are some people that do have to have this permanent procedure done again, but it's minimal. You know, that number is not very high.
That's part of the deal to grow back.
Right, so you can get what's called a little spicule, just a tiny little piece that wants to grow. So we go back in and just kill that little
Right.
part.
And there's not a good chance over time that that nail will start curving and digging into the
It
teeth.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you get here instead of a toenail is sort of rough skin. Like the skin underneath the toenail, you would think it's nice and smooth like everywhere else, but it isn't. So you may just have rough skin there instead. But hey, if it doesn't hurt,
If it
You
hurts.
just wear shoes and It's just kept him, it's prevented him from being in sports, prevented him from, you know, he was in wrestling and he had to get out of that. He just really hasn't been able to do things he wanted to be able to do.
Yeah. Is that black? Is that like blood or?
It's the phenol. When it hits bloody areas, it'll turn black like that.
Isn't blood originally blue? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is. And then the oxygen hits it, and then
Turns red, it's so smart.
When it comes back up, deoxygenated blood is more of a bluish tint. When it comes out to your toes, it should have more of a red color. But as it comes back up, once all the oxygen has been used,
It goes into the heart blue and comes out red.
it goes into the lungs and into the heart. And then,
are you gonna leave that band on there?
no, we're going to take that off in just a minute and then kind of see what's bleeding. It just stops the reaction of that chemical. That's just alcohol.
Ooh.
That'll burn if you feel it.
Yeah, if I toes awake, I wouldn't be happy right now.
So how you planning on getting that ring off? Cutting it?
Nope. I'm rolling it back off because I need it for the other toe.
No.
But I'm glad it's numb.
Now I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter while I'm here because I don't want this to catch on anything.
Interesting. So I can be like, put shoes and socks on tomorrow.
No. I would say you're going to want to put like a sandal on or something tomorrow.
Same old suit, ever.
Great, I'm gonna have to wear sandals.
When exactly would
A
you
clean sock.
like me to
Well,
put
I
on
don't
them
think it's
sandals?
I have.
Shoes.
You're going to have a bandage. I'm going to give you instructions on soaking and everything that you need to do.
Okay.
Hey, if we're doing this, we need to buy some sandals for me.
Oh, you're ready to get yours done now?
No! Nuh-uh. Uh-uh. Ain't no way.
The promise of new sandals might have.
Uh-uh. No, 'cause I ain't got
It's a
sandals.
brand new sandal, son.
I
As
ain't
long
got
as we don't have to go back and forth to the doctor getting this done all the time. But yeah, I'm sure like Everett said, they'll come a day if yours are gonna do like this. And I don't know why they wouldn't. Your feet are just like his.
This is a chemical just to stop the bleeding. And this turns black when it hits skin and blood.
So you're gonna have to probably go do this if your toes do like his.
See, the thing is, the doctor before shoved a whole bunch of stuff under his toe where it was just air. And it's just a big white spot. So, my toes are normal. But you gotta do something like this.
Okay, I'm just going to wrap a gauze over this.
Alright.
That's going to bleed a little bit.
Is there any place to get like special wide shoes for him?
There's a place in Burlington, exit 141, that has a wide shoe store.
Wow.
Let's get some.
Mill Road.
Yep. No, it's the next one, the Elon, where the Target is.
Oh, okay.
It's past, just a little bit past the Target. If you see the sign for the Ashley Furniture Store, it's like right in that little plaza where Ashley Furniture is. Let's just check this one. Any pain over here? Anything? No. A little bad now.
Why is this?
Why do they bulge out like in a bubble?
Yes, the end of his feet. I heard Nike was gonna start making a shoe for ethnic, more like for Indian feet and stuff.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Everett probably is out,
Did that hurt?
at least for the Cherokee. And I don't know if
You do have wide feet.
Alright,
You
get
do.
the front row seat on this one.
Did that hurt?
Yeah, I felt a little,
Was it pressure or did it feel sharp?
felt sharp.
It did. Okay. And anything over here at all? No? Okay. I'll have to get some more medicine and put some more in to numb that.
So the one that looks like a bubble that hurt?
Yeah, over on that side.
I wonder if the Nike has come out with that shoe yet, or if they just Like then it's a year or so down the road.
I got nice ears.
I'll let that sit there for a minute and just stop the bleeding over there.
I'll be right back.
Now. Hey, push that lean up button.
What do you mean lean up?
The lean up.
I'll get it.
Oh.
Don't you think you have enough?
Other way, Joe. Other way.
It's that one.
No, it's the other way.
Or if it's in the back.
Crap.
Think you have enough film of that?
Say what?
You have enough film of that?
I don't know. Gonna get the needle going in now.
They're gonna give him another shot to that leg, or foot, or toe.
Yeah, that one right there.
Alright,
Wow, you've got a pretty good film of it there, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
One YouTube video right here.
Would he get paid for that?
I don't think so. Actually, you might have to pay to put it on there, won't I? $90.
Send it in something.
HolyLemon.com. Nasty.
Is there a way you can put it on there and get paid for that one?
Pay him for the video?
Nah, it's
No,
not
the
that
doctor would
rich.
probably want to send it to the den.
It's not a 10-star rating.
I want to be blocked out of it.
He's trying to
I
figure,
want my picture, my voice in it.
he's trying to figure out if he can make some money on YouTube.
You don't have the daughter's face on it, do you?
I think I might.
She might not want her face on it.
No, what are you going to put that on? I don't want to be on YouTube or anything. I'm
Get permission.
You know, a teenage boy, you never know.
I don't want that.
He could email it to one of his friends and they might put it on there.
I'm going to go straight across the top, okay?
Okay.
They have billions of videos on YouTube, and certain ones are watched over and over. Kind of weird how everybody will go to a certain video, you know, and watch that.
Warts on your feet. I have one on my phone. I ripped it out.
Did you feel that at all?
No.
Okay, we'll give that a minute.
Yeah, okay.
I know what you think.
That was a redneck and bring the whole family home to watch my toes hurt.
Oh, goodness. What our family does for fun.
Yeah, that's what poor people do.
For entertainment.
Who needs reality TV?
Videotape your own.
Yeah.
You've taped it so many times before, you probably should have like a progression.
I know.
I should,
For
but...
6.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You could say that the bone on that side was,
It looks like it could be a little fuzzy, but it's hard to say because there's so much more soft tissue swelling than this side. So when there's a lot of soft tissue swelling, it sort of makes everything look fuzzy, and it's hard to see the bone as well.
could the bone heal up on its own? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can. We're just going to keep an eye on it. I mean, we're certainly not going to go in and cut out any bone. We're just going to wait and see how this heals, and if it heals up and looks great, then
And the fuzzy would be bone
it
deterioration.
could be bone infection. That's what you worry about with these being infected for so long.
Right.
Yeah, it could turn into blood poison.
Well, but I mean, and again, I haven't had this happen very often. I've had one case recently where he had a really bad infection for months, you know, and didn't have it treated. but he finally decided to go in, had it treated, it healed up, no problems, and then about 2 years later, his toe was getting red and swollen, and he came back, and this time he saw me. He had seen a different doctor initially, and he said, I think I might have an ingrown toenail again. I said, well, there's not really any toenail there, you know, and we took x-rays, and there was changes in the bone, so we did a biopsy, and it came back positive for bone infection, so we had to take that bone out, so.
That would be the whole bone.
Just
Yeah.
the tip.
Sawed it off.
Yep.
Bone tends to grow back, though. Wouldn't it grow in abnormal ways once you cut it off like that?
I took it at the joint, so the cartilage was, yeah, and that
It
was,
doesn't matter. Bone's going to grow, unless, like,
No, I mean-
separated at the joint, then it's not.
usually you don't see a lot of regrowth. Sometimes you do. I shouldn't say you never do, but you can sometimes. But,
I have a heel spur in my foot, and they said I wanted them to operate on my foot, and they said if they cut that bone, that it would just grow back.
this is on your heel?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one to go in and get anyway. I mean, really, I've maybe tried to do one of those surgeries. This was in residency, and people just don't do that surgery anymore because it's, it's first of all hard to get to that area. There's, you have to go through the entire fat pad on your heel to get to it, and usually you can alleviate the problem with other surgeries rather than going in and taking the bone out. I'm just going to poke over here again.
Right.
I'm hungry.
Good. No.
We're okay this time? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that was on my right foot, and then just this last year, something happened with my left foot, and it hurts just as bad as the right one. I never had a problem with the left one, but I know what happened to this one. I was like, not ever saying I jumped over a creek and I pretty much fractured my foot, so I'm not
yeah.
surprised at how the abnormal bone in it.
Mhm.
But I don't know what's wrong with the left one. It just hurts just as bad.
Mhm.
They had talked about cutting the ligaments in it, and I said, no.
What's the ligament?
The things, instead I do some exercises,
Mhm.
tighten up the muscle and the ligaments, and that helps a
Where is
lot.
the ligament?
It has not worked on the left foot, though.
Where's the ligament there?
So I may be up here.
I'll take care of you.
Where's the ligament?
Show them the ligaments right there.
Oh, I don't want to.
It's gray stuff, Joseph, on there, I think.
It's my favorite TV show. Surgery.
Alright, watch it. You watch it.
It's got like a theme song going.
Good. Yeah, you could probably put music to it, never.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's the end. Like that song, like the end of the
Doesn't
world.
know
Except,
it, you know it.
yeah.
Alright. Let me get a little bit more.
And I
Right
see
there.
there.
If you get this bone cut right, this right here cut.
That would be
you
the-
cut off.
Theme song, I guess.
But you would sing it.
Mm.
Cute how they put the little bracelet on there to do the surgery. Got a little blue bracelet.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm glad it's numb before they put that thing on there. Ooh. Did it kind of backwards. That ooh. It hurt like heck.
Yeah.
After you're either very, very brave, courageous in the face of pain,
I'm not brave.
or you can't feel a thing.
Mm. When you poke deep down, it still kind of feel like a little poking, but I guess it'll be fine.
Well, I can just finish the other side first. Give it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes what happens is there's like truly a little piece that's growing off by itself. It's hard to ever get it completely numbed up. All right, we'll do the chemical over here.
What's making a bubble on that one side?
Where, right here?
Yeah.
That's what the body does when there's something poking into it. It's gonna try to wall it off, and it gets real puffy and swollen.
Mm.
Alright, think there are some for him. At least on the
Ligament.
and he showed me this.
That's a muscle.
What's that?
Right here.
Well, how come you have tendon right here?
Tendon, I thought it's a ligament and tendon, same thing, same material. Basically the same thing, I think.
$25 so
Ask the doctor, you know.
It's similar materials. They're slightly different. Tendons have a little bit more give to them than a ligament does.
so we get this right here, but this
Interesting.
foot can't move at all.
Not very good. That's your,
Yeah, I don't think you could walk.
And
Your
your little
Achilles
foot
heel.
structure is the gray, the ligament and
If
tendon.
you get this right here cut,
The blue is the tendons and ligaments. Oh yeah, they're all the same color.
if you get this cut right here, you can't walk at all. Can you? This right here.
I hate the way you go and you always come.
But you cut that, you wouldn't be able to walk.
You'll be
Yeah.
out one day.
Cause then your bones just be like,
You wouldn't be able to push off of your foot.
yeah.
You wouldn't be able to take a step.
There wouldn't be any spring in your steps, though.
I've heard they've done that in a, I don't know what movie it is, but something that was out.
Hospital.
They did?
Yeah.
That's just creepy.
I cut both of them.
Yeah.
what's that?
And then when he tried
The
to walk,
doctor guy set the other guy down and was like
hospital.
strapping him down.
And they
His
say,
ligaments and said, "All right, you're free to go."
mhm.
He got up and just fell down.
Well, this is what happened.
I was like, "That's
Whenever
weird."
they cut this bone right here went straight forward, and his foot was right down on the floor.
It looked like he broke his feet. After that,
His leg, his bone just went forward like that, and his whole body was flat, but his foot was still on the floor. And he dragged
Yeah.
it out. You should have seen it. Oh, he just said,
I don't care to watch stuff like that, and I don't think you should have.
it was over
I was
here.
eating chicken nuggets and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
That makes it
You could eat while you watch that.
I ate
could.
chicken nuggets with ranch, and then I saw the eyeball part with the white stuff in it. I just like,
That set you over the edge, right?
it just set me towards the trash can.
Yeah, and I thought never mind this. He's just weird.
Yeah, I can do without those horror movies.
I'm gonna try to trim a little bit of this nail and see if I can touch it
Mom.
here.
If I hadn't seen that movie, I'd probably be in trash can right
Trash can.
Yep.
Philip, what are you talking about?
Growing up, feeling nauseous.
I'm also a little nauseous. Is that good?
Right now?
No,
After all this?
You picked now to be nauseous? What's wrong with you?
We're almost done. Alright. That was good.
It's a 30-minute procedure.
Just trying to get some of this nail out of here.
Here we go.
Does that hurt?
No.
Alright, let's see if I can press it off. So that's okay?
There's that needle feeling, but let's just go for it.
You tell me if it feels sharp at all, like worse than what you're feeling. Feel that?
Mm. Yeah, I felt like a little needle there.
Okay. You couldn't feel that injection I did the last time, though?
Not when you did it across, no.
Alright, well, let's try and figure out which nerve it is that is all numbed up.
Ow.
We're 3/4 of the way there.
southern corner there.
I know.
That just makes squirt.
So you got part of that nail out, don't you?
I trimmed a little bit at the edge, seeing if that would just take away the
Did
edge.
that hurt when you got off?
A little bit.
Squirted.
Alright. So now I'm just going to go straight across the bottom. Can you drop that foot down a little bit? There you go. You feel that?
Mm.
Nothing?
Nope. A little pressure.
Got ready for a haircut, Everett?
No.
I'm going to put a little bit right here, which I typically don't do. I have a feeling
That's
you're
where
not.
that other person did it.
Well, hopefully at this point you're mostly numbed up.
Yeah.
You feel that at all?
A little bit.
Does it hit the bone?
Feeling that.
Evidently, take this for other ladies. I had to put them in, so.
Yeah, I don't like to do that usually, but this one isn't.
That's where it
That's
hits the
why
bone.
you had to do it, Everett. You were like, you could tell you felt it. And that's
Rubbed
why you
sweat
got
on that one.
You're right, lay back, lay back. Don't just pass out on me.
No. Didn't hurt that bad.
Can you imagine doing that without any hands to it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Alright, yeah.
It'd have to be like 3 sheets to the wind or something.
I don't know if that would help. How many bones in the human body, Joseph?
500?
500?
Mm.
Do you know, Everett?
Mm-mm.
I want to say 300 and something.
I want to say 4,058, but that's just not
Something
right.
like that. Okay. I'm thinking that it's closer to 500.
Of course, the doctor over there knows, but
Something like that in
Tell
your
me,
foot.
tell me when you want to know.
Okay.
206.
That's
Yeah.
counting all the little pieces and every spot, every, wow.
This is the perfect one.
206 bones.
Wow.
26 in your foot.
Wow.
There, you see this?
Foot.
Mm-hmm.
See, when that thing was,
26 in each foot.
when it was snapped, his bone went like this.
But then once you get up past that, then you're looking at big, you know,
Right.
big
That's
bones.
the core of the bones in both feet.
Mm-hmm.
how many's in your hand? 10?
Oh, now.
Right.
I might have known that at one time.
Like 14 or something.
Yeah, work.
No, there's a lot in, let's see, there's 3 in each finger, so
There,
6,
this,
9,
look,
yeah. I don't know.
that's
Double
Maryland. That's more Maryland.
14. And then you have 2, 8, 9,
Maryland.
10.
There's 3 in each finger. That
There's a lot of bones right in here.
Ever-
Probably
ain't that
7,
Maryland
12
right
bones right there, plus the bones in the fingers.
Ain't that Maryland?
And then there's more
Says
to
that's
one
not
of the
real.
wrist, isn't there?
I know. Look like
no,
fake
that's
Maryland.
not Maryland.
Fake Maryland.
It's Mara.
Maryland, yeah.
Maryland is a game, Joseph.
No, Maryland.
Alright, I'm gonna let that sit just for a little bit longer, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna get an antibiotic because whatever you're on isn't working.
Right.
I'm gonna give you something
It did at
different.
first, though. It cleared up at first.
Yeah.
Hey, can you give me some of whatever he's getting?
You don't need.
Yeah, I want a little
I
morphine.
know, you just never want to have to do this. Just be careful right over here because if you hit that, you don't want to get that acid on you at all.
Right.
Right here. If one of you wants to make his next appointment too, I have to see him in 2 weeks to follow up for this, so you can set that up right now if you want to.
I want to hear that tray on.
Is this okay? She made it. I guess she had to say
It was aspirin tray. That's not good. You got problems.
Okay. All right.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
12, 11, and 4 o'clock.
That was fast.
It is
What's that?
34 minutes.
That's right.
You almost had enough feet back.
I will get it back. Yeah.
I'll get my feet back.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
I don't know how to share it.
Hey, she's not done.
Oh, too bad that was your bones or mine. No, it was your bones or mine. That was my shoulder.
No, seriously,
Yeah, I could.
You're gonna have to get up and run to now.
They're gonna have to knock me out for doing this.
you don't knock people out for this.
Joseph, put your head through that window. That'll knock you out. Joseph, that didn't kill you, the fall would.
I'm gonna have that gas stuff.
Yes.
They don't do that to this.
They might once they see how does it.
They will.
Oh, man.
They do.
That was a nightmare.
You weren't in there when we tried to get it.
I mean, this will help.
No.
Yeah.
You're right. He's seen such plenty of times before too.
Mm-mm.
But think about it, one after.
You're fucking the shoulder, you know what? You think I can do that right there?
One afternoon, and
Mine.
this problem's probably gonna be over.
No, I'm gonna have nightmares about it now.
Well, you'll have a problem.
Yeah.
And it's not having. This has been.
Well, Ever is 18, okay? I'm not 18.
Just don't let it get bad there.
Just enjoy it, Joseph. Enjoy it.
That is because it's just.
Alright, soak the instructions and then you can stop the other antibiotic and start this one.
Okay.
That one's twice a day for 10 days. Alright.
Watch. You never saw it before. I've seen it so many times. Reruns and they.
Hmm.
Oh, the other side is stuff.
I know. I mean, I've seen the focus either. Well.
We gotta finish this guy. We're gonna cooperate for us. Let's see before I put the trinket back on.
I might have to get gas.
No?
White vinegar. That man we've never tried. We have that stuff. So what does the vinegar do?
Same thing as the Epsom salt, just kind of dries it out.
Make it smell better, won't it? That's deodorizing.
You look like a pickle.
It'll be pickled. Little sauce. Vinegar.
So we're okay this time?
Yep.
The toenail surgery, you can make the sex area be known for 4 to 6 hours. This will give you plenty of time to return home.
You might only have a few. I think we've already been here.
Where you can begin to relish in the pain.
Now, what have you taken before? Just Tylenol?
He had some kind of syrup one time,
The Tylenol with codeine?
something like that, you know. Hopefully that's what they're doing. You had pills the last time, though, didn't you?
I was going to say, at
They
this
gave
point,
him
he's
syrup, yeah.
old enough. Mhm.
He got pills the last time.
So the tool you
Is
have
he gonna
before
be
was
okay
actually
for
kind
school?
or not?
Mhm.
Is he gonna be able to walk tomorrow at school?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to wear sandals, but do you have to do gym or anything? Is
No.
it?
Not
No.
yet.
I do.
He's been wearing sandals for a while.
Yeah. I do band too.
Because I was just concerned about him being able to stand on his feet.
Well, Mom, once you get it done to me, I ain't gonna be standing for that long.
You don't have to worry about it, Joe.
I won't go to school. I'm not going.
We're already getting all worked up over this. We haven't.
What if we let you
Should have
take
seen
it?
us try to give him a flu shot. That's why Arthur wasn't there. And
He was all over that place.
he was under thing and then
Oh, no.
it was not good.
Couldn't even bribe him out.
Yeah, actually, he went through all the stages of death. He said, he seriously did. I know the stages, and he went
First it
through
was denial.
them. Yeah, then he had the bargaining.
Mhm.
Just don't give it to me, say you did. I'll pay you.
No.
He went through all the stages, and then finally, Doug was getting teary-eyed thinking about it. It's okay, sweetie. I have
Tell you what, Judge, we'll let you take a year out of school, off school.
Yeah, you want to really bargain with
Can't
it.
do it.
That's a lie.
That's if we don't have to go get a flu shot until next week.
Hey, that's your education, Joe. You know,
You'll be better
if
this
you, if
time,
you want
right?
to be a
Took 3 women sitting on him.
Oh my God.
To
They must
finally-
get used to that though.
I don't think any of them had ever seen anything like that before. Unless they give shots to autistic children or something.
Ew, what is that?
That was a piece of mail way down in that corner.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
You got extra things growing down there, huh?
To the species.
All right.
Getting it all
I'll
out.
clear it out. You can remove that little piece of dead skin and I'll put the chemical in and then you're done.
And cut the toenail.
Yes.
So he won't have to do it for a while.
It's amazing how fast his toenail grows.
Cheese.
You say an ouchie for him?
Yeah, I've not said ouch this whole time.
As it's saying it
Well,
bleeds.
you said and stuff like that.
Okay, Mr. Big Shot. I'm not the one that ran around the room screaming. Like a 4x5 room. Just running around in circles.
About 5 people in the room. Catch him.
Oh no.
And that guy, Dr. Vines, came
I
in
know.
there. And he
He
had to leave.
It was used to be just a nurse give him a shot, you know.
Mhm.
Gave him one, gave me one. Well,
And then after a while, Joseph was like, give Everett the shot first. She was like, we already did that.
can't give him another one. Dr. Vines came in there finally. You ever heard of Dr. Dane Vines?
Mm-mm.
He teaches out at UNC. I think he delivers babies too.
Mhm.
He's been there by her up until
Taking too long.
last year. Well,
Run out of space.
No. I got another 2 hours. This is just
You
boring.
can tape for 2 hours? Is this a video over
This
camera?
is
Like
yeah,
recorder or is it?
the video.
It's a
It's a
phone?
PDA.
It's a phone and a camcorder.
A pocket, computer.
Pocket PC.
That's yours?
Yes.
I want one.
We all do.
Where do I sign up for that?
Get them from Sprint. Some Google.
Sprint was the first cell phone I ever had, and you want to talk about running up some bills. I was in college. Whew. Bad
His
bills.
phone is actually touchscreen too.
Oh yeah.
I have to keep changing colors.
Video ever.
This card,
It can,
I think it's got like 5 hours or something like that. I don't
You
know.
ever
Yeah,
have
they would
problems
switch
with
another
when you
car.
bill the insurance companies and not paying what?
Not for this.
My phone can last up to.
No, I mean things like orthotics and things like that.
What's
They
an
don't know.
orthotic?
My
An
phone
orthotic
can-
is an insert for your shoe. So if you're someone that has fallen arches or, you know, things like that where you need to really support the foot, we can make an insert. It's like the insole in your shoe, but it's custom made to your foot and it's meant to support your foot.
Do all insurance companies come from
Hey, can I get
No,
some
Blue Cross is
too? 'Cause
usually
that
pretty
hurts.
good.
Good.
But if you have a deductible, it sometimes will fall under the deductible.
I was just
Yeah.
listening on the radio and they were saying that doctors were charging like, they charge $300 and the insurance will come back and say, we'll only pay 20.
Yeah, they pay whatever, you know, we charge, they only pay a portion of it.
Right.
It's a game. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous.
Right.
But that's exactly how it goes. Mhm.
Yeah, y'all should tell them you like overcharged, and they'll end up paying for the whole thing.
They just, you know, we have fees set with each insurance company, and that's what they pay for a particular procedure. That's just how
Do you
that
ever
works.
eat after this?
I could. It doesn't bother me.
You can't go into this kind
That's
of
why
work.
she's a doctor, Joe.
But I used to be like you. I used to be just like you. I would get sick. I would pass out. The first time I really cut myself, it was on a can. I used a can opener and it didn't completely cut all the way around, so I lifted it up and went to just pull it off, and it sliced my thumb. And I ran into the bathroom, and my dad came following in after me, and I woke up to him saying, "You're getting blood on your new jeans," and I woke right up. But, yep, he said I was like a wet noodle. I just hit the floor.
I know when I took all the tests they give you in high school and to start college and all, they were telling me I should be a surgeon.
Mhm.
And I was like, these people really don't know me very well. First of all, I have dyslexia, and I would be scared to death I'd be taking the left kidney out instead of the right, or you know what I'm saying? I was like,
Well, it's from right
these
now.
people are telling me I fit all the criteria and I should be a surgeon, and I'm like, you're crazy. They don't know. So then I'm thinking, well, maybe I could go into veterinary, because I just couldn't bear the thought of a person dying under my care. But an animal, I might could bear that. I love animals. So. But then I decided to go into commercial design instead, something nice and
Away from all of that.
yeah.
What happened
Well,
to
you
that?
did good things,
Oh, I
doctor.
did design and landscaping. I've done other kinds of design effort, but now I'm just in managerial.
I'm gonna be a brain surgeon.
Which I don't really like, but
I'm gonna be a brain
Yeah.
surgeon.
pays better than other places though.
No, I'm gonna be a brain surgeon. Then I can just deal with needles.
What was it Joseph said yesterday or so far? I'm baby mad. He goes, who in the car's got a college education? Man. And I'm like, okay, Joseph, what's your point? He goes, somebody's supposed to be making good money or something like that.
Jeez.
I'm like, yeah, okay, boy. All right.
I'll be a brain surgeon.
Education doesn't guarantee you a good stuff.
So this is a chemical burn. It's going to drain, sort of a clear yellow. Tonight it'll probably be a pink color because there'll be a bit of blood mixed in. But after that, it's going to be mostly a clear yellow fluid. And it'll drain probably up until I see you again in 2 weeks. It won't be painful for that long, but it just stays raw looking because it is a burn. So soak it twice a day. Keep it covered initially, all the time. And then after several days, if you feel like it's not draining that much anymore, start leaving it open at night and get some air.
I want to put gauze or something over it.
Neosporin and gauze is, you can use a Band-Aid, but Band-Aids will hold in moisture, so if it's looking like it's really wet and gooey, then use a piece of gauze instead.
Are you going to give us any kind of bandage to go?
Can I get like
We can give you a soap pack, and that has all the bandages in it.
gauze?
Me too.
Gotcha.
So make sure you don't touch any of those Q-tips because all that medicine's in there. All right, sit out.
Hydraulics.
Go.